And now, let's talk about saving. So in here we have an image that has some sort of adjustment layers. We can save it in a way where those adjustments are applied and are delivered as a final form of the image, or we can save the image with these layers and adjustments so that we can keep on working on it later. Let's see what are options. We go to the File menu, and then we can either select Save or Save As. And this is the difference. If this is the first time that you're opening the image, meaning that you're opening it from Lightroom, or you're importing it from Camera Raw, as you select Save, it's going to let you select a name and an extension. Or if this is an image that you've been working on before, as I have, then if you press Save, it's going to overwrite the document that you already had open. So for my case, I'm going to select Save As so I can see the options. Also, if you haven't done any changes to the image since the last time you saved, the save option is going to be grayed out. So I'm going to select Save As, but you should select Save. Alright, so in here I have a folder where I'm going to save all my sample files. Let's look at the formats that we have. The formats that are most common for photography are going to be Photoshop, large document format, Jpeg, PNG, and TIFF. Photoshop is the native Photoshop format that we have. It is going to allow us to keep up layers, but it's also the format where the final file is going to be larger. Large document format is a large Photoshop file. Its extension is PSV. This is when you have a document that is larger than 2 GB. This is useful for when you have large composites or really large megapixel images. For the most part, Photoshop should work for you. Then we have JPEG. JPEG is how we deliver a final image so they can be seen on the web or shared with the final client. TIFF is similar to the Photoshop format because it's going to allow us to save a layered document that is going to retain all information, and it's also large in size, but it's going to be more compatible with computers that do not have Photoshop. We can also save a flat TIFF, meaning no layers, and no compression, so that it will be a non-compressed form of sharing our images. This is to export the highest quality possible. But if you're working with private clients and not with commercial clients, you're not going to use TIFF a lot. PNG has better compression than JPEG format. It also has transparency. This one is good when you're exporting a logo or something that is not photography related, where you want to have a transparent element on the photograph. For comparison, let's take a look at how the final images were saved. Okay, so in here you see we have the JPEG, the PNG, the PSD, and the TIFF file. The JPEG is 5.2 megabytes. The PNG is 17 megabytes, while the PSD and the TIFF, they skyrocketed to 52 megabytes and 159 megabytes. Again, this is all gonna depend on your workflow. I don't work with commercial clients a lot, so I never use TIFF. I work mainly on the PSD files for my working files and JPEG for my final images.